Could you really survive in the Philippines on just 100 pesos a day? And I don't just mean for food. I'm talking about everything. Food, transportation, all your daily needs packed into that tiny budget. It sounds almost impossible, right? Well, I decided to put it to the test. For one whole week, 7 days, I challenged myself to live on only 100 a day. And today, I'm taking you along to show you exactly what happened. The struggles, the hacks, and the surprising lessons I learned along the way. Get ready, because this is the P100 a day challenge. Day 1 started with a harsh reality check. How do you stretch 100 to cover a full day? I headed straight to a local Carinderia, a true lifesaver for anyone on a tight budget. I managed to get a simple meal of rice and a vegetable dish, or gulay, for just 25 pesos. I did that twice, so that's 50 for my breakfast and lunch. For transportation, I relied on the classic Filipino jeepney. 2 rides cost me 20. That left me with just 30 for the rest of the day. I used it to buy a bottle of water and a small street snack. And just like that, my P100 was gone. On day 2, I woke up knowing I had to be even smarter. I realized that snacks were a luxury I just couldn't afford. That extra 10 or 20 pesos a day could be my emergency fund for unexpected expenses. So, with a heavy heart, I had to say goodbye to my beloved fish balls and kwek-kwek. It was tough, but discipline was the name of the game. My budget for the day was purely for 2 Carinderia meals and my jeepney fare. It was a minimalist existence, but I was making it work. By the time day 3 rolled around, I knew the Carinderia routine wasn't sustainable or the most cost-effective. It was time to get creative and level up my budget strategy. So I decided to start cooking at home. This was a total game changer. I went to a small local store with my P100 and managed to buy a small portion of rice, a few eggs, and a can of sardines. The total cost was just under 100 pesos. And guess what? It was enough food to last me for 2 full days. That's right. My food budget for day 3 and 4 was covered in one go. For transportation, I made a new rule. If the destination was within a 30-minute walk, I walked. It saved me money, and honestly, it was a great way to explore the neighborhood and get some exercise. But the cravings started to hit hard. By day 5, I walked past a milk tea shop and the temptation was real. I could almost taste the sweet, creamy boba. But a single cup would have wiped out my entire day's budget. With a deep sigh, I had to look away and keep walking. It was a small sacrifice, but it felt huge at that moment. Day 6 brought a breakthrough. I discovered a fantastic budget hack that I wish I'd known from the start. I decided to visit the local market late in the evening, just as vendors were starting to pack up. And what I found was amazing. The prices for fresh vegetables were significantly lower than in the morning. Sellers were eager to get rid of their remaining stock, so I managed to haggle and get a small bag of assorted veggies for a fraction of the usual price. This was a huge win. I could finally add more variety and nutrients to my meals of rice and eggs. When day 7, the final day, arrived, I felt a mix of exhaustion and pride. I had actually done it. I survived an entire week on just 100 a day. But let me be clear, it was not easy. It was a constant mental battle, a non-stop series of sacrifices and calculated decisions. There was no room for spontaneous treats, no leisurely coffee breaks, and no comfort food. It was purely about survival. But looking back, I felt incredibly accomplished. So after 7 days of extreme budgeting, what did I truly learn? The biggest lesson was that having a tight budget forces you to be incredibly resourceful and creative. You learn to appreciate the small things and find value where you might have overlooked it before. It proved to me that you don't always need a lot of money to get by, but what you absolutely need is discipline and a solid plan. It was a humbling and eye-opening experience that completely changed my perspective on spending and needs versus wants. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think you could take on this 100 a day challenge? What are your best budget hacks for surviving in the Philippines? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this experiment interesting, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to Budget Boss for more money challenges and saving tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.